It's all going wrong for Forest. 2 red cards and 5 goals conceded here. Midfielder Sammy Clingham was first for the early shower after clattering into Oldham captain Will Haney. Referee Kevin Friend decided it warranted a straight red. So Forest, knocked off the top last weekend, were immediately on the back foot. And it got worse as Oldham made it 4 wins on the trot. Andy Little's cross headed home by Paul Warne, his 7th goal of the season. More aerial bombardment unsettled Forest, who've taken just 4 points from their last 15. Oldham were looking irresistible, Chris Porter poaching his 18th of the season. And Forest were 3 down at the break, Nicky Southall needlessly bringing down Chris Taylor. It was poor defending from Forest, who seemed to have lost confidence. Andy Little punished them, his 5th penalty success of the season. Boundary Park was really rocking. Forest's nightmare start to the new year continued. Another penalty, another red card. Forest down to 9 men as Danny Cullip chopped down Chris Porter in the box. Referee Friend dished out another red. It was turning out to be a horror show for the visitors. Little made it 4 from the spot, his 7th goal now of the season. Colin Calderwood clearly has work to do in turning things round. Jack Lester's mistake allowed Andy Little in again. His shot was parried, but Craig Rocastle finished the rout. Forest's heaviest defeat of the season.
Team there, your old club Oldham, up to 2nd, Joe, and going really well under John Sheridan.
Playing some great football too, George. I saw them early on in the season. They had their strikers injured and they were passing it everywhere but couldn't score. And then now the lad Porter's got fit and he's turning into a goal machine in that division.
John Sheridan's done really well, hasn't he? A bit like the Jim Magilton situation in some ways, you know, a great passer of the ball, become a manager.
Dead right. It's a team in his own image. He wants to pass the ball. They all take it. They've got 4 or 5 exceptionally good passes of the ball on the side. A nice blend, 2 wide men, pace, and I think they're a strong bet. And speaking to the people at Oldham, you know, they feel this is their best chance for a long, long time.
You mentioned Chris Porter there. A lot of talk about him now, probably in January. 18 goals for the season. We saw him score against Kings Lynn, didn't we? In the cup as well.
They go in everywhere. I mean, they go in off his shoulder. You know, you see here one of his sort of stronger finishes, because that's not a typical finish, but this is when he's in the box. He's in the 6-yard box there, and he's always looking to score a goal. I love his attitude to it.
Oldham obviously want to keep him.
And I'm sure that they can. You know, the things are looking up. There was over 9,500 there the other night. You know, you see here, typical scruffy goal, and said it before, the count's just the same as a 30-yard volley there.
Yeah, you saw the game against Forest, didn't you? And is there a problem with Forest?
Things went against them. It was 0-0. Oldham were well on top. The sending off, I thought, at the time, the first sending off, looked harsh. I'm not so sure, haven't seen it again in the referee's defence, and I thought that the first penalty was outside the box. Again, haven't seen it again. So maybe Mr. Friend was right and we were all wrong at the time.